All right, this lesson is going to be all about drawing shapes. Okay, so let's start off with the glide tool again. I think it's easiest to understand. First, let's have the cat go to the middle. Okay, again, that's 0, 0. If you forgot your XY Cartesian grid stuff, cat snaps to the middle. Let's have him draw a square from there. Okay, now. In the last time we did this, we just kind of placed the cat wherever we thought was a good place and glide there, and then place the cat somewhere else and glide there. We're going to start off drawing a square, but not a eyeballed square. You wouldn't want to buy a house from somebody who eyeballed it. You'd want to buy it from an engineer who knew exactly what they were doing. Okay, so we're going to go to 0, 0, and I want you to just mathematically think, where would the cat, sorry, let's put the pen down. So we can draw. Maybe we'll clear at the beginning, right after it moves. And where should the cat glide to next to draw a perfect square? Not a slanty one that's kind of like a parallelogram or something, or a squishy box or something, but a perfect square. Okay. And you're like, well, there's a lot of perfect squares. He could go a lot of places. He could go up, or he could go down. They could go left or right, and then, so you choose. I'm going to go. Well, let's go this way. No, let's make more sense. Let's go up and over. Okay, so the cat is going to start at 0, 0. That's important. You cat are at 0, 0. And then where are you going next, buddy? Are you going to change your X or your Y? Well, the cat could go positive X or positive Y. So you choose. I'm going to go 0 in the X and Y. Now the question is, how tall should this square be? If it's 10, 20, 30, 40, or even 100, let's go 100. Let's go big and go home. So you're going to glide up to 0, 100. Let's try it. Whoop. And you're like, hey, there's already a line there. Well, let's get rid of this stage. Okay, so I'm going to go delete the backdrop and start again. There we go. All right, so we're started off. And let's go, kitty cat. Let's glide again. And we're not going to drag the cat again. We're going to put in exact numbers. And I want you to pause here and finish this off. Where would the cat go next? If I put this y back to 0, what's going to happen? The cat's going to go back to the middle, 0, 0. If I put the y at 0 and the x to positive 100, will the cat go over? No, because where's 100, comma 0? It's 100 up. Sorry, 100 in the x and 0 up. That's down here. So if I run this, cat goes up 100, and then 100 comma 0 is down there. And then if he glides back to 0, 0, I got a triangle. But we're not trying to make a triangle yet. We're trying to make a square. Okay, so let's put this the right place. If you haven't paused yet, please pause it and finish this off. But I'm going to go finish it off. I would bring back the grid and show you that 100, 100x and 100y is this spot right here, but I'll just prove it right now. And now where do I go next? Do I go back to 0, 100? 0, 0? Let's try that. Where's 0, 0? Oh, that's the middle again, darn it. So I need to stay over at 100x and come down to 0y. And then I've got a little horseshoe shape. And then I need to glide to 0, 0 back to the beginning, okay? So that's my square. Now, this is fine and dandy, but what if I want to come draw another square over here? So you might think that, oh my gosh, is that like a little jiggy-jaggy, ziggy-zaggy up there? It is. Don't know what that's from. But yeah, so this is a computer programmer solving one problem. I want to draw exactly one square, exactly one place of exactly one size. This is what beginning programmers can do to learn. It's not what advanced programmers do to get paid. Advanced programmers, they solve any problem, and so I can draw any square, any size square, at any location, and I can draw many of them if I choose to, okay? So this is a good start, but let's leave this one here, and let's get rid of the clear because I'm going to add another sprite, and I don't want to clear its stuff. And I think last time I did the let's do the ballerina this time, and let's shrink it down. Now let's shrink the cat down. What the heck? Okay, and the ballerina is going to draw a square that's not fixed starting at 0, 0. It starts wherever the ballerina starts. Okay? I'm going to let you pause for a second. See if you can do this. And I'll give you a hint. We're not going to use glide, because glide, these are fixed locations. Glide to this exact number. We could glide to variables, a variable my x and my y, but that's not what we need to do. I'll give you one more hint. There's two ways to do this. Move and turn, and the change x's and y's. Okay, we're not going to use set x's and y's, because that will tell, that's a fixed position. It teleports you to an exact, if I set x to 0, there's her x to 0, and if I set y to 0, there's her y at 0. I don't want to set those. Okay, so see if you can draw, maybe not in the middle, maybe start over here. And this is actually part of it, is that we don't want to start at 0, 0. I want to start wherever the ballerina starts and draw a small square wherever she is, okay? Pause for a second, see if you can figure it out. Which of these? Move, steps, go to, turn. All right, you may have tried this before, but we're going to see if you can do it on your own. And now I'll do it for you, or with you, I should say. There's two ways to do this. The one way is, I'm going to show you that she can turn and move, turn and move. So let's have her start facing to the right, and let's have her move 10 steps. So when the green flag is click, move 10 steps with your pen down, please, ballerina. No clears anymore. Move 10 steps, and then turn, well, up or down. Let's have her turn, you choose, to the right. How do I get a square? What are the corners of a square? Are they 15, 30, 45, 100? Yeah, they're 90 degrees. Then we're going to move 10 more steps. And we're going to turn another 90 degrees. And we're going to move 10 more steps and turn another 90 degrees. How many degrees total to get back to the beginning? Okay. Well, you could add all these up and try to do a bunch of math. I mean, you're going to, but let's see. Let's run this, and let me run this right here. And she's got half of a square there. Let's add on this last one and draw again. She's got 3 sides of a square, so it looks like we need to do this one more time. We're going to turn another 90 degrees and move. Actually, she just needs to move 10 more steps, right? Okay. And it didn't quite finish it off, but it's pretty close. Okay, now the cool thing now is she drew a square there and here a square. Oops, I interrupted the cat before its time. Let's turn down the cat's move time maybe so it can finish off. Or let's just get it clear out. And all right. So now, in programming, first things first, when you start seeing yourself repeating blocks like this, I've got 3 times of the same block, right? That's a hint that you should do a repeat block, okay? And we're going to find things that are even better than repeat blocks in a minute. But that's the same thing, right? Now, let's be careful on this. Let's figure out how many, what if we move 10 steps first? Okay, move 10 steps, turn 90, move 10 steps, turn 90. That one did not quite work out like I thought it would. Looks like we moved 10 steps twice before we turn 90. Let's repeat this 4 times. Oh, because I got this move. That's what's messing up. Move 10 steps up there. Okay. So let's look at this real quick. When this was 3 or 4 of these blocks hooked up together, it was kind of hard to read, but at least we knew we had done all of it. We were in exact control. Move 10, turn. Oh, I got 2 turns there. Goodness. All right, something like that. Now, we were talking about the angles we turn. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked, but we got turn 90 degrees, turn 90 degrees, turn 90 degrees, and then we move 10 steps. I want to figure out how many angles total, so we're 90 degrees in each corner, how many angles to get back to the beginning, how many degrees turning to get back to the beginning. And this is important because you always have to get back to the beginning. Move, turn, move, turn, move, turn. Move, turn, move. So basically, if I was walking in a straight line, what if she went straight out 10 steps and wanted to come back and move 10 steps again? What would I do? I wouldn't turn 90 degrees. I'd have to turn that twice. I'd have to turn 180 degrees, right, to get back. And on this one, when I do this 4 times, to make my square, I move 90 times. I turn 90 times 3 or 4. Let's see what it is. Let's go hook this up again. Is 4 times too many? Well, we don't know. Let's see. Is 3 times going to work? 3 times is not enough, right? Okay, so what's 4 times 90? If I had to turn total 90 degrees 4 times, that's multiplication. 4 times 90, well, let's get out our calculator. But you should know that 4 times 9 is 36, and you add a 0. That's 360 degrees. Does that make sense that I need to get back to where I started, I need to go a full circle? I need to go 360 degrees? I hope that does, because we're going to be using that a lot in a minute, okay? So we got that. Let's go make somebody else that draws a triangle. And let's actually, sorry, before that, let's throw this away. Let's make a critter that does the same thing without using turn. So let's do an airplane for kicks and giggles. Airplane, let's move you over here and see if you can do this one. When the green flag's clicked, put your darn pen down. And then, not moving and turning, and not go-tos, but changes and changes. Okay, pause for a sec, give it a try. Welcome back. Let's go the other way now. Let's change y by 10, change x by 10, change, what do I do next? Oh crap, let's see what this looks like. Boom, boom. Okay, change y is up, change x is to the right. How do I come back down? Well, I change y again, but not by 10, by negative 10. Let's yeah, we're good on this, okay. Change y by negative 10 and x by negative 10 again, okay. We just drew a square with the airplane using changes, no turning involved. Notice that airplane was always pointing to the right. What if I do this? Is it gonna, I notice that doesn't matter which way is the airplane's planing because it doesn't move steps. Steps is based on your angle forward, but change x's and y's doesn't care about your angle. Okay, let's go clear this off for a sec. Get a little bit less busy. And, okay, so we got 3 square drawing blocks. Let's, you know, this one isn't good for repeat. It doesn't need it. The next thing I want to do is make a new sprite. And what the heck, let's do it right here. Let's make this airplane draw a square of different sizes, okay? So not just 10 by 10, you know, 10 across every time. How would I make this bigger? How would I make the airplane draw a box that's not just 10 by 10, but 20 by 20 or 30 by 30? Okay, give it a whirl. I know you can do this. Just change these numbers, right? Negative 20, negative 20, and I just made a bigger box. And let's go 200. Okay, and once you see yourself having to type numbers several times of the same number in programming, that's a good candidate for a variable. Okay, and that was too big. What the? There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we shouldn't have to do this, type that number 4 times. Okay, let's go make a variable. What's a good name for the size of a square? Well, let's go size, or width, or, you know, or diameter, or anything, whatever. And when this starts, we're going to set size to 50. And what do I do with size? I plug it in, and you know what? Plugging this in 4 times makes me nervous. I actually kind of like the ballerina. I could plug it in just once for ballerina. Check this out. Okay, ballerina just made a 50 size square with 1 size variable. That was kind of cool because it uses the repeat block, right? This airplane, I have to put it in 4 times. And here I've got a little bit of a problem, Houston. Size and size go good here. I got 50 and 50. And check this out. I can also ask the user, what size square? And I could set the size equal to whatever they told me. Oops. And not equal to 50. Let's get rid of that 50. Okay, check this out. Oops. Did I not ask the question? Oh, he's down the bottom. Airplane man. So 100. I don't even know if that really did it. Let's move you over here, airplane man. What size square? 10. Oh, okay, and it's going, and see, it went 10, 10, and then it went negative 200. These are bad. How do I turn a size, any size, into a negative size? Okay, that's a programming trick, a math trick. There's a couple ways to do it, but pause it and see if you can figure out. Again, when this was 10 and 10, it was easy. They said 10, but how did I turn 10 to a negative 10? Or how do I turn whatever they say, 50 into a negative 50, or 100 into a negative 100? There's a math trick involved. Can you figure it out? Pause the video and try it. Welcome back. The easiest way to understand, to turn whatever size is, 5, 10, 100, is to go 0 minus size. So if size is 100, or 10 in this case, what's 0 minus 10? Well, it's negative 10. What if this was 100? What's 0 minus 100? Well, it's negative 100. Okay, so you can plug that in, and it takes size and basically makes it negative. There's a more elegant math trick that does this, at least I think it's better. How do I flip the sign of a variable like size? How do I make a positive size a negative size? Well, I multiply it by, do you know? Yeah, negative 1. Okay, so either way works, 0 minus or negative 1 times. And now that darn airplane, let's go 80. Okay, and it's making, let's go big. Let's go 300. Run it 300, and it just made a variable size square. Okay, now I hope you're getting pumped. I know I am. Okay, we're gonna bring this on home. The next step on these is to make randomly sized squares. Not each side random, because then it wouldn't be a square. But I want you to take this, and maybe, I think it's gonna be easier if we do the ballerina, but let's do both the ballerina. No, this is good. I like the interactive airplane one. Let's make the ballerina do random size. The nice thing about the ballerina is that I don't have to do any negative tricks. The ballerina is always moving the same distance. And let's get rid of that size there. Let's go make this size 2. Let's do it the wrong way. I like the wrong way. Some people think, I just have to plug in a random number here. Let's go, between 10 and 100. That's kind of what grammar's been doing. So notice that this will spit out sides anywhere, 65, 30, 37, 78, whatever. And let's run it. And remember, let's clear it one more time. And this is the ballerina. And show me a random size square ballerina. And, wait, why are you doing it right, ballerina? How the heck? There we go. Okay. Notice that ballerina's squares are not squares, okay? They're kind of cool geometrical shapes. And notice they always kind of follow the same pattern. They look like a little fish going that way because we always turn right. But each side's a different size, right? Why? Because this is a different random every time. I want to see, this will be the last thing we do in this video, I think. Can you, no, we're gonna do a loop too. How long is this video? We'll call this good after this, but in the next video we're gonna do something even cooler, okay? Can you figure out how to make it so the ballerina actually draws random squares? Every side's the same. In other words, I shouldn't pick a random number 4 times. I should pick a random number one time. I'll make a variable called size 2. I'm going to set size 2 before we even do any repeats or draw, before even the program runs. Hey, size 2, you're a random number between this and this. You're 72, let's say. And now we're going to repeat this 4 times, turn 90 degrees, and move 10 steps. Yeah, not 10 steps. Size 2 steps. Okay, let's try it. Clear off the screen. Put the ballerina somewhere. Run it. Okay, and let's put her somewhere else and run it again. Notice these are all different sizes. And the cat, he gets interrupted every time, so he's making kind of a cool little shape. And the airplane's sitting there, hey, I don't know how big a square you want. But these are all different ways to do it, okay? I hope this is fun for you. The last thing, I'm going to challenge you at the end of this video, and we'll do it together in the next video. I want you to either make a 4th sprite, or take one of these sprites. I'm going to make a 4th sprite. And I want you to make this sprite draw squares, triangles. Let's do triangles. Random size triangles, and draw 50 or 100 or a random amount of them in random locations. Okay, so in other words, ballerina, draw a little square here, a bigger square here, a teeny square here, a huge square over here. You know, jumping around the screen, drawing a bunch of random size squares. Can you do that? Well, we got part of it already. I'm going to actually, I'll let you pause the video. I'm going to finish it off in this video and we'll do it. No, I'm going to stop there. I will do it the first thing in the next video and it'll be part of the next assignment. But see if you can do it. If you do it correctly, save this right now, save as, and call this the proper assignment name. I think it's either 18 or 19. It's probably 19. and then save it again. Or sorry, I'm on an offline editor. You want to save a copy as 19, or the next one, 20, whatever we're on, and that'll be the start of your next one if you do get it correctly, okay? All right, thanks for watching, and I hope you're having fun. This is a fun assignment for me, at least. And if you're kind of like, why are we just drawing squares? Well, first off, squares are the foundation of Windows. Windows graphics are drawing squares. 3D games are drawing triangles or squares with textures or pictures on them. What else? Minecraft is drawing blocks, different random blocks at different locations and in order, kind of like we did on the one assignment where we drew dots every 5 steps. If you can start thinking in an orderly fashion, you can generate some pretty cool random or procedural worlds if you so desire. So that might be a project hopefully we have time for before the end of this unit, end of the semester. So all right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.